Hello, and welcome back. Today we are going to talk about a topic that's very, very important, and that is childhood obesity and nipping it in the bud. That is very, very key, and as parents, it's very important that we pay attention to our children's eating patterns, their activity patterns, and we make corrections when necessary. Let me give you an example. My son usually shows off his stomach, and he's like, "Look, Mom, look at my six-pack abs." Now, he doesn't have six-pack abs, but I go along with it. He thinks he does. And then, so recently, I was noticing his stomach, and it looked pudgy. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? And so I said, okay, that's all right. Let's wait and just make sure he's not bloated or something like that. A couple of weeks later, I reinvestigated and noticed that his stomach was literally pudgy. So I said, okay, we need to fix this. So I immediately had to reflect on what's been going on with his patterns. And I noticed that he has been asking for snacks nonstop over the past month or two. And the second thing that I noticed is that we've been eating dinner later because we've been busy this month. So I said, okay, we need to readjust those two things. Although he had been eating healthy snacks, it doesn't matter. Our bodies are only equipped to consume so many calories a day. So whether they're healthy or not, if you give your body more than what it needs, it will be stored. So what I did is I told him, I sat him down and I said, listen, you're 9 years old, you're old enough to comprehend. He knows that I have an eating plan called the R3 diet. So he had a modified version of it. Whatever you eat is your diet anyway. But he had a modified version of the R3 diet. He only had 4 meals a day. His breakfast, his lunch, I make that at home, and then he comes home from school and has his second lunch, and then finally he has dinner. And so I made sure that he understood that he was going to be on it. And at first he was like, oh man, I'm not going to be able to snack, I'm not going to be able to do this. And then all of a sudden he was like, well, you know what, this is kind of cool, I'm up for the challenge, I want to do this anyway. So I did tell him, since he was due to go to a birthday party this month, I said that's the only time that he can have cake and ice cream outside of his 4 meals when he goes to this birthday party, if that's what they were going to be having there. Well, this is a couple of weeks later. He came in showing off his stomach. It's back to normal again. And this is the key, parents. You are the one that has to control this, because if you do not control it, then later on they will struggle to control it. They're not going to know what they do when they see a problem. They're not going to know which red flags to look for as it relates to their bodies and their health. So he was so excited about his results. I said, was it worth it? And he said, oh my goodness, it was worth it. He said it wasn't that hard. He thought it would be hard in the beginning, but once he actually rolled up his sleeves and did it, he noticed that there were just minor changes that needed to be made, and that it didn't cause him to suffer in any way, shape, or form. It didn't cause him to miss out on anything. So many times with children, I think parents feel like if they do not allow their kids to have XYZ all the time, that they're making them miss out on a childhood. No, you're not. You're causing them to miss out on problems that they will have later on in life. So just keep that in mind, parents. This is something that's very, very important, but we are the ones that have to control it. They are kids. They don't know. So until next time, R3 for life.